6:30.
Let's take a look at the top local stories of the day. Hundreds of people in Urbana are facing power shutoffs. Ameren, Illinois, said it wouldn't happen for some because of the pandemic. The Cunningham Township is offering help for those with outstanding bills.
The state has passed the 10,000 mark when it comes to coronavirus deaths. 97 of those were reported in the last 24 hours. Several were in central Illinois counties of Coles, DeWitt, Douglas, Macon, and Vermilion. 2 workers at the Eastern Illinois Food Bank tested positive for COVID-19. The president and CEO says that will not stop them from serving those in need. Jim Heyer says the priority is to continue to provide emergency food assistance to Eastern Illinois. The race for the White House continues. We've gone from election day to now election week. Yes, this is what the current electoral map looks like. This is from the AP. Reminder, it is 270 to win. And right now they have former Vice President Joe Biden at 264, President Trump with 214. Now, Biden addressed his supporters in brief remarks this afternoon. He urged them to trust the democratic process and to stay calm as the remaining votes are counted. As for the president, he spoke minutes ago for the first time since the early morning hours after election night. His campaign has filed multiple legal challenges across several states, with the latest filed in Nevada.
We want to make sure that we're being accurate. The results in the state of Nevada obviously are going to be very important to the entire country, and that is our #1 goal.
So the race continues to center on Nevada, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. Biden holds a slim lead in Nevada and its 6 electoral votes, all he needs to win. More than 5 counties in the state voted this week to allow marijuana sales, where a second dispensary is opening in central Illinois. Plus, speaking of opening, time to turn off the heat and maybe open some windows. Kevin's back to let us know how warm it's going to get.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Bash Heating and Air Conditioning.
Now through Sunday, get our lowest prices of the year store-wide.
4 days to save at Carpet Weavers. Buy 1 square foot of waterproof flooring, hardwood, or tile, and get the second foot half off, including our shop floors collection. Buy any furniture or accessories, get the second piece half off. Plus, get free labor on every carpet. Don't miss our in-stock furniture floor model sale for huge discounts and fast delivery. Free financing, too.
Through Sunday at Carpet Weavers, we're flooring people.
Sarah Bush Lincoln's Holiday Festival is set for November 12th through the 16th as a virtual event. The online silent auction will feature 100 items featuring 4-foot themed trees, home decor, decorated pallet boards and trees, and packages with pizzazz. The live auction will showcase 12 signature items that go up for bid on November 15th. Net proceeds benefit a great cause, Sarah Bush Lincoln Dental Services. Learn more at sarahbush.org.
Ready to sell your home in 2020? With a guaranteed offer from Ryan Dallas Real Estate, skip the process of listing your home and go straight to sold, closing in as little as 3 weeks. Stay hassle-free with Ryan Dallas Real Estate's guaranteed offer. It's selling made simple.
Hola, soy Rocío. Soy parte de la oficina de Express de Rantoul, Illinois, que ofrecen beneficios como el 401k, que es el programa de jubilación, aseguranza de vida sin costo, días recibos pagados y hasta un bono de $400 cuando es contratado por la compañía. Llama al 217-892-4000 si estás interesado.
Congratulations to Reed Brothers, University High School swimming standout, and WCIA 3's Athlete of the Week. Nominate your favorite Athlete of the Week at WCIA.com. Sponsored by Loman Ray Insurance Group.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic.
Maybe you could be an outdoor cat that lives in our neighbor's yard, 3 doors down.
Mom. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This portion of WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Tapman's Collision. Now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Kevin Lighty.
All right, so a very nice night, calm weather. We've had some, but just look at how calm it is across much of the Midwest here. I mean, just nothing going on at all, as you can see from Colorado and Wyoming through the Dakotas, across the mid-Mississippi Valley here, and you're talking about the nice weather that's going to continue the next few days. Look at temperatures. We're in the mid and upper 50s. We're touching some 60s in Mattoon and Effingham, and we're finding some nice weather for tomorrow over in Royal, with a high expected to be around 68 degrees under mostly sunny skies. And a look at Argenta, where we're forecasting that high around 69 as well. Beautiful day in Tuscola. Again, topping out there into those low and mid 70s is what we're expecting. Looking into the weekend forecast here, how about this for you? Hiking Saturday, looking good. And when we break down specifically, the temperatures in the morning, maybe a little cool in the upper 40s to start the day, but those low and mid 70s coming back. More of that on Sunday when maybe you choose to do a little grilling out. Enjoying those warm temperatures in the mid 70s. A little bit of a breeze out there, but overall not too bad. But here's where you actually may be able to switch off the air, the heat altogether. Now this is what's amazing. The normal highs and lows here are 57 and 36. So normally, you'd probably be using some of that heat. We'll say morning heat on Friday and Saturday because you're going to be down there near 50 degrees. But Sunday and Monday, you could make a case for shutting all of it off there because you're going to be in the mid 70s on Sunday and Monday, and mid to upper 50s for lows. So overall, that's some pretty comfortable stuff if you're trying to, maybe save a few extra bucks there. Temperatures take a tumble. Next week, you have to turn things back on because the highs are only going to be into the 50s for several of the days there. And that's because another front comes our way, and that will be our next opportunity for rain, which we could use. We need some rain, and that arrives here on Tuesday. Could even have a few thunderstorms with that system as it passes through as well. For tonight, though, 50 degrees, mostly clear, mild, calm. Again, we'll start to see those winds maybe pick up a little bit, but we're not talking about anything too wild. 73 sunny skies, just a perfect looking Friday out there. As always, you can download the WCIA weather app to get the very latest when you're on the go there with so many features at your fingertips, and it is a free download for you. Okay, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast now, with our temperatures remaining well above normal for several days. It's not just 1 or 2 days, it's a lot of days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. If we hit 76 on Monday, that would be a record high temperature. And then continue the warmth Tuesday, but that's when we see the storms, and then temperatures falling off. Veterans Day on Wednesday, a high of only 53 degrees. But boy, oh boy, what a weekend we've got ahead.
Looks good.
Spend some time outside.
Yeah, I guess I'll finally get around to cleaning up all the leaves.
Well, I thought you were going to say you're going to move your TV outside so you can just watch football out there.
I might put the TV out. That's not a bad idea. I like where your head's at.
Plans are coming. All right, thanks.
The Village Board votes no to chickens in town. Which one has reversed course and invited them back?
Plus, it continues to be a big sell here in Illinois, which city just added another place to buy marijuana.
More meat ounces means more meat bounces. Get any papadilla like the new double cheeseburger papadilla for just $6. Papa John's.
Reporting the news is my passion. It's a passion for people and telling stories that impact their lives. I'm proud to be part of this community and part of the WCIA Free legacy. Trust us to bring you the most reliable information. WCIA Free, your local news leader.
If you thought you saw the last of double cheeseburger pizza, think again. Because it's back at Papa John's again. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Ready, set, internet. Extreme has the speed and price to get you online fast. Stop waiting and get going for as low as $19.99 a month for a year, with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig, powerful in-home Wi-Fi, and 99.99% network reliability. Extreme has what you need to stay ahead and stay on track. Hurry and get Extreme Internet for as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2.
In times like these, communication is more important than ever. Right now, that's easier with a cell phone amplifier or other device from iTech. At iTech, we're making sure you get what you need now to stay connected. Learn more at itechtti.org.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
If you thought you saw the last of double cheeseburger pizza, think again. Because it's back at Papa John's again. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
I need a kidney transplant.
I have 2 kidneys, right?
Yeah.
Why do I need 2?
You don't?
Well, then guess who's getting a kidney?
There's never been friends like us. Kidney buddies for life. There's never been friends like us.
When you need to know what the weather will be in the coming week, tune in to WCIA 3's 7-day forecast. You can count on our team of meteorologists, Kevin Livey, Jack Gervin, and Amelia Henderson for the most accurate 7-day forecast. Sponsored by Edelman. Trust WCIA 3, your local election headquarters.
Springfield has a second marijuana dispensary.
It's on the city's east side off of I-55. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey is live outside of it. Cole, this isn't the only sign the marijuana market is growing in the state.
That's right. Several communities voted to allow the sale of recreational marijuana just this past election day on Tuesday. And the state is hitting milestones for the amount of tax revenue they're bringing in off of legal weed. Ascend's first dispensary opened on the 1st of this year, and now, 11 months later, their second opened its doors. The company's regional manager says it's a sign of how people are adjusting to legalized pot.
I remember in January, it was thrilling those first couple weeks, and when that excitement continued in February and March, it really communicated that society is ready to have this come back.
Cities across the state voted to allow the sale of recreational marijuana in the last election. As the market expands, the state could see even more of an influx in tax revenue from the new product. The state has already raked in over $125 million in revenue in just under a year, and cities are also taxing weed. Springfield's 3% tax on marijuana sales will funnel some of that tax money back into economic development on the city's east side.
That will mean that there will be even more tax dollars for economic development on the specific to the east side of Springfield. So it is definitely a plus for our community.
Alderwoman Doris Turner led the charge on implementing that tax. She sees it as a part of the social equity angle of the state's marijuana legislation, but she still doesn't know what the plan is for the money.
We haven't really looked at what kind of projects it would be. However, I am very adamant that it's not going to be one-time, quick infusion of funding.
One of the major problems that faced the marijuana market in Illinois early on was a lack of supply, but Ascend's regional director said that those problems aren't as prevalent now. The growing sites that they have are expanding rapidly as more money comes into the market. Paul and Jennifer.
All right, Cole, thank you so much. Now, as you heard, Springfield's second dispensary is owned by the same company as the first. Excuse me, companies that open one in a region are granted a second license by the state. The Ascend location on the east side is a recreational-only dispensary. It is not licensed to sell to medicinal patients.
In the Champaign County community of Sydney, the concern is chickens. People there will no longer have to get rid of them. The village board changed course on a previous decision to prohibit them. About 100 people signed a petition to make it happen. People would have had to get rid of their chickens by the end of the year. One person says she's glad the board changed its mind because she considers the chickens to be pets.
When we got the chickens, we had checked with the charter to make sure it was okay and there were no rules against it, but then obviously there are issues with it here and there. But now it's great because we get to keep them.
Owners arguing in favor also said the chickens are a source for fresh eggs and fertilizer.
So what's on the menu for Thanksgiving?
Eggs?
Not chicken. Turkey, probably. Why cooking at home doesn't have to be the only option.
There was a song in the late 60s called Magic Bus, where there's one that's helping change the lives of students by just rolling to a hot spot.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we live where you live, so we honor those who serve and defend our country. To show our gratitude, we're offering great deals store-wide during our Veterans Day sale. Purina Beneful dog food, just $26.99. Badger One garbage disposals are $99. Peak Premium Antifreeze is just $2.99 after sale and mail-in rebate. And this weekend, as a thank you, veterans and active military members save an extra 10% at checkout.
Loman Ray is a third-generation full-line insurance agency started in the local small-town communities in East Central Illinois. And we've stayed in those small towns, but have grown to 8 different communities in East Central Illinois. As we've grown over the years, we've been able to bring different expertise, different products, different ideas to our insureds that they cannot get anywhere else. We're local people doing business in the communities that we're in.
Meet the Murphys, a busy family who loves Casey's Pizza.
We're going to get pizza. Yes.
Now, Casey's has curbside pickup for the Murphys, so they can order online, grab dinner without even leaving the car, and enjoy a meal together as a family. For a limited time, get 25% off any large pizza with promo code 25OFF. Casey's, here for curbside pickup, here for good.
What do you think of the man cave?
I'm telling you this because I care about you. This carpet, it's not good.
I know.
When friends need new floors, you send them to Flooring America. And right now, it's our Shop Local flooring sale. Save up to $1,000 or choose interest-free financing on floors store-wide. Shop Local, save big, in-store and online. Only at Flooring America.
The news continues here on WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The Wi-Fi bus is simply a bus that's designed to bridge the gap that we have in communities.
The pandemic has forced many students and parents to work from home. It's not a big problem for people, and it is a big problem for people who don't have access to the internet.
But a pastor at a Barron Covenant Church in Urbana is offering help. WCIA 3's Jamie Mace has more.
We've got tons of kids who are working from home and learning from home and school at home, and they don't have access to Wi-Fi.
This bus is designed to change that. Earlier this year, Pastor Willie Comer came up with an idea.
Put Wi-Fi on the bus, make the bus a hotspot, a rolling hotspot, pull into a community and have kids connect. So that's kind of what we do.
So for the past 3 weeks, he and members of Barron Covenant Church in Urbana have been doing that, driving to neighborhoods in Champaign and Urbana, providing help for students. The principal of Yankee Ridge Elementary School says it's a service that's needed.
So we do have some families in particular who still have connectivity concerns. And so we've been doing our best, with different resources to be able to meet the needs of our families the best that we could.
Students can use the laptops on the bus, but as long as they're within 350 feet of the modem, students are able to get access from wherever they are.
My fear is we will end up with a ton of kids who didn't get the academic excellence that they deserved because of COVID. All because they couldn't connect to the internet. That's unnecessary.
When families are in need of more assistance, ideas like this can help.
That's kind of what we're trying to really get done now, is making sure that all of our students have access to education and that they can all learn and do so, efficiently. And so hopefully that's what the hotspot, on the bus is able to provide.
We need to be the ones to step up and figure out how do we fix it.
In Champaign, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The pastor says he's looking forward to helping more students. They're already working on getting a second bus. You can get more information by contacting the Barron Covenant Church website or stop by the Youth for Christ House. We have that information on our website.
Will kids be able to sit on Santa's lap this year? We've got the information you're looking for.
Plus, the pandemic has many of us wondering what the holidays are going to look like. Who's already offering options when it comes to the family meal?
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Ashley Home Store of Champaign.
Today on the morning show, we told you about an uptick in COVID-19 cases at a long-term care facility. And tomorrow, Larry Williams is making Harvest chicken skillets in Food Facts.
And we're continuing to see a stretch of warmer temperatures and sunny skies. I'll have the details at 5.
Looking for a job? Check out the new WCIA 3 job board. Get matched to great opportunities based on your resume. Apply in one click. Go to WCIA.com and find your next job.
It's time to make your Medicare choices for 2021. And a smart choice begins with the right information. Your free information guide from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois will show you how you can have all of your Medicare benefits in one convenient plan with a low monthly premium. And that includes $0 copays for doctor's office visits. Call 1-855-325-5727 now to request your free information guide with no obligation. See how you can have all of your Medicare benefits in one simple plan, plus prescription drug coverage with $0 copays for some drugs at preferred pharmacies. Your plan may also include telehealth services, dental, vision, and hearing benefits, an allowance for purchasing over-the-counter health products, and more. Discover the benefit of Blue. Call 1-855-325-5727 now to request your free information guide.
Caregiver stress can cause physical and emotional problems. Taking care of your own health will make you a better caregiver to your loved one. Look for a support group or talk to someone who has experienced a loved one battling cancer. Recognize the signs of stress and seek help from others. Sleep well. Make sure you're sleeping the recommended 7 to 9 hours a day for adults. Get plenty of exercise. Aim for a minimum of 30 minutes on most days. It will fight fatigue and provide more energy. And talk to your provider if caregiver stress is becoming a problem. Stay well with Christie Clinic.
There's a tradition in Detroit about making good things even better. Better, like Jet's Detroit-style pizza. Get a large super special pizza topped with tons of flavor, just $13.99. Jet's, better because it has to be.
WCIA 3 News is available online anywhere, anytime. Stay up to date with the latest news, sports, and weather. Just visit WCIA.com. WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Most people wouldn't hitch a ride with a stranger. What do you know about your driver? Do you trust him with your life? 91% of Americans believe there should be mandatory rules and regulations for drivers of ride-hailing apps. Know your rights. Don't put your safety, your privacy, or your life at risk. Inform yourself about the hazards of digital hitchhiking. Do your research and think before you app. Visit rideresponsibly.org.
This is WCIA 3 News, your local news leader.
As we get closer to Thanksgiving, several groups in central Illinois are fighting hunger even during the pandemic.
Springfield Central Baptist Church is collecting donations. It's paying for 270 catered meals to go to shelters and families in need. The Home Church in Charleston is delivering meals Thanksgiving Day. The Good Samaritan Inn will serve meals in Decatur on the holidays. See You at Home will host a meal November 10th. Both the Champaign and Danville school districts are providing meals this month.
And looking ahead to Christmas, if you plan on seeing Santa this year at the mall, you're going to have to get reservations first at some of them. Santa will be at both White Oaks in Springfield and Marketplace in Champaign starting November 27th. Paid reservations are required, and those include photo packages. Walk-ups may be possible throughout the day, but priority will be given to those registered. Marketplace also offers virtual visits with Santa via Jingle Ring. That also costs money. Hickory Point in Forsyth right now doesn't have any reservations. You can go visit him there starting December 3rd.
The spring-like conditions continue to warm central Illinois.
Ah, isn't it awesome? How long is it going to last? Kevin's back one last time to let us know.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign.
I'm Jessica Coons. I have a passion for people and telling stories that impact their lives. Central Illinois is my home, and I'm proud to be part of the WCIA 3 legacy. Trust us to bring you the most reliable local information. WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Don't look good.
Yeah, it looks like it's both. Just what I don't need.
This is what you do need.
Complete the application within minutes, and if approved, you may get the money you need as soon as the same business day. Get the cash you need fast. Apply online today. Go to cashnetusa.com.
Retirement? It's been great so far, if you couldn't already tell. The wealth management team at Heartland Bank looked at my current investments and recommended updates and strategy that better fit my life. Then they took time to learn about my future needs and created a plan to meet them. When it came time to sell my share of the business, they guided me through investing the assets and setting up a trust for the kids. Now, thanks to hard work and the wealth advisors at Heartland Bank, my best days are ahead of me.
If you're looking ahead to retirement, let us help you plan.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we live where you live, so we honor those who serve and defend our country. To show our gratitude, we're offering great deals store-wide during our Veterans Day sale. Get $11 off this Milwaukee screwdriver set, now just $19.99. Save $5 on Farm and Fleet Platinum Automotive batteries. Woods extension cords are $15 off. And this weekend, as a thank you, veterans and active military members save an extra 10% at checkout.
In times like these, communication is more important than ever. Right now, that's easier with a cell phone amplifier or other device from iTech. At iTech, we're making sure you get what you need now to stay connected. Learn more at itechtti.org.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
The WCIA 3 weather team brings you a bird's eye view of your town's forecast with Water Tower Weather.
That isolated chance of a storm, especially in the afternoon.
Water Tower Weather, sponsored by AUTOMOTIVE.
A church broke ground on a new development, but it is not for them.
Coming up tonight at 10, what they're building and how they plan for it to help someone in need.
Let's look at the 7-day because it is something to look at for sure with these mid-70s through the weekend. And then we see a little bit of rain by next Tuesday and then the cooler temperatures after that. But what a great stretch of weather Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all looking awesome.
I'm not coming inside at all. All meals will be outside.
Yeah. Pitching a tent.
Pitching a tent.
Hammock. I got a hammock at home.
Yes. Got to enjoy it. Soak it up.
All right. More news at 9 and 10.
See you then.
Good night.